Hello, welcome to Explore, Eat, Repeat. My name's Ethan, and today I'd like to talk a little bit about politics and travel. We tend to be mixed in with local culture quite a bit, and so with that said, politics can often be very divisive. It can be, people have very strong opinions about politics. Being aware and paying attention to politics is important. So, number one, what I would say is be aware of the politics and the current controversies within the country that you're currently traveling in. You have a tendency to know what to avoid and how to talk with certain people. That doesn't mean that you can't have your own opinions or you can't discuss certain issues, but be aware of what the two sides are, what the opinions are generally. One, it allows you the ability to talk with certain locals about their politics, and number two, it allows you to be polite and respectful of their current culture. Number two, generally speaking, I would say try to be aware of your country's relationship with the current country you're in, or the people perception of your country that you're currently in. For us as Americans, it's something that's very important to pay attention to because America and American policy has a great influence around the world, and people can have very strong opinions about how America is going about doing things. Currently, at this moment, it's October of 2016, so we're just about a month away from the election between Hillary, Trump, and Gary Johnson. But and so right now, throughout Europe, opinions are running very high. In general, stay away from the controversial topics. I'll try to mention it as little as possible. For me, that's a little bit of a problem because I love talking about controversy. I love talking about politics, but when you're couch surfing or staying in someone's home, sometimes topics like that can lead to a shorter stay. Be aware of politics. It can also jade and enrage the people you engage with. As everybody's second question is, what do you think about Trump? People tend to want to tell us what we should think and how we should think and how we should feel. And particularly, I don't travel to have people tell me what to do or what to think. I travel to get their opinions about things.
Good question. Most recently, you've had two experiences where our hosts have brought up politics, brought it up in a name-calling kind of way.
Yeah.
When you have stated your opinions, how did you navigate those conversations to be polite?
I sort of step back away from the opinion, and I sort of give people the framework in which people are making the decisions within American politics. And I try to leave things there. I try not to get too much into my own opinion. I try to give both sides. And that has two effects, I think. I feel like it gives me an opportunity to share my culture and share the discussion with those people, but it also gives me an opportunity to think about those subjects and those issues myself in a more deep way, because maybe I don't fully understand or fully think about or know how I feel about a subject, but in teaching a subject, you learn the most. So by stepping back away from the opinion and just saying, this is what I feel, this is what I'm going to tell you, this is the way it should be, I try to step back away from absolutes, and I give the framework in which Americans are talking about. I'm not an expert myself, but as an American, I feel like I have a certain ability to discuss American politics. But long story short, I try to stay away from opinions specifically. Now, very often the hosts will push me for an opinion, and I usually don't hesitate from coming down on one side or the other. But with that said, I do it as non-offensively and as loosely as I can, if that makes sense. No matter what country you're from, you want to, number one, be aware of the politics of the country in which you're in. And number two, be aware of the relationship between your country, namely the United States, my country, and the country you're traveling. That's a teachable moment. And that's how I try to stay polite. And most of the time, it works.
So,
Sometimes it doesn't.
So we're at the beach in Dijon, Spain, and you're thinking about politics.
Yeah, who doesn't talk about politics at the beach? I think we should have a presidential debate on a sand dune. First, candidates in bathing suits, Who doesn't want to see Bernie Sanders in a Speedo? Try to navigate it as smoothly as possible. Stay away from personal opinion if you can, because that's how you just be polite and stay at people's houses longer and don't get kicked out after 2 days because you don't agree with their support of a third-party candidate. Anyway, my name's Ethan from Explore, Repeat. If you have any questions or if you have any thoughts on how to avoid political conversations while I travel, or any stories about political conversations while you have traveled, please send us a message, email us, tweet us, anything at explorerepeat.com. Thank you very much, and we'll see you down the road.